Greetings, peace and blessings to you, your family, and loved ones. My name is nanabaakaan, and this is Nana's commentary on things from A to Z. The title of this video is Christmas and White Supremacy, Capitalism, Consumerism. Part of the reason why I have saved this video for last in the series of Nana's Christmas Rant. This one will probably put me deep into the doghouse for sure, but it needs to be said, not only for people of color or those who don't even participate in Christianity or Christian festivities, but knowing that Christianity is the major religion of this world, it certainly has had its impact on many who do not subscribe to the Christian doctrine. Now, we can ignore that the Pope still resides as the biggest leader of any religious institution in the world. We see the reverence he receives from people of all walks of life, from heads of states to other religious leaders. So we can try to pretend that this Christmas psyops has no impact on the world stage, but we would be simply kidding ourselves. So today I'm going to talk about the even deeper, more pervasive influence these Christmas festivities have on folks around the world. I have a question. Is it just me? How is it that having a European-looking man with blonde hair and blue eyes from the Middle East elevated to the status of God is not promoting white supremacy? Throughout this Christmas season, folks will be peppering their houses, lawns, schools, and churches and everywhere else with the image of a white child in a manger purported to be God incarnated. A so-called Christmas celebration that really is a cloak for white supremacy, if you ask me. Think about it. From now on, it will be quite all right for Jesus to be depicted as white. All over the world, from the deepest jungles to the highest skyscrapers, Jesus will not represent any other racial group or ethnicity. He, his parents, and most of everyone around him down to the angels and even Santa will all be white. He will be lauded as the savior of the entire world. He will be the bona fide superhero for everyone to worship and adore. Just listen to the lyrics of many of the Christmas carols that will be sung all through this season. A small community of folks who carry his modern day skin tone, and I say modern day because it is very clear that a blonde-haired, blue-eyed person is hard-pressed to come out of the Middle East. For all intents and purposes, if he was born in Bethlehem, he had dark hair and dark eyes and possibly a tone of brown skin. However, that image has been confiscated, and now he is represented worldwide as of European or actually of Aryan stock. History has been changed to the point that the original image of this so-called savior of the world has lightened all the way from Semitic to European. What else can it be called other than the perpetuation of white supremacy? This white Jesus is hanging in the homes, hostels, churches, and other places all over the world. People of all nationalities get to call this white man their savior. They are encouraged to worship and adore this white Jesus. Congregations from around the globe hold this image in their hearts and on their church walls. An image of a man who looks nothing like them or their ancestors. An image that people will futilely debate over saying it doesn't matter what color his skin is, knowing full well it certainly does. People will argue with one another if they attempt to depict him as Semitic, African, Chinese, East Indian, or any other ethnicity other than European. Even though there have been serious debate over the origin of this image, its correlation to Caesar, or other historical figures of the pre-Christian era, people will continue to battle over his ethnicity. To me, they are missing the point. His ethnicity is key, and it is the sword that slices through all debates because it is mandatory that he remain European, thereby keeping the European in the position of power and authority over the entire world. Remember, what does the word Lord mean? It means master, it means God. It is a very interesting psychological phenomenon that few even attempt to talk about, much less equated to white supremacy. And I have the nerve to make a video on YouTube about it. If people are adoring an image of a savior that does not in the slightest resemble them, they are disempowered psychologically. If the God you worship does not resemble you, then anything that does resemble you is ultimately a second-class citizen. Moreover, how often has the so-called devil been depicted as black or dark brown, and the bad guys wear the black hats? I did a video entitled, "Is Diversity a Weapon Against White People?" which of course YouTube promptly demonetized. But how in the world can white people fear annihilation when the savior of the entire world is a white European? This concept confuses me greatly. People day in and day out are worshiping a white European God as Lord and Savior. People are paying tithes in their churches so that this white European God can prevail for the next week's sermons. It boggles my mind that they would not realize the deep distortions that occur inside of those other than European whites who suffer to see that their Savior looks nothing like their ancestors. And changing him to black or Chinese or any other ethnicity won't cut the mustard because the standard remains the same: blonde hair and blue eyes. And on some good days, we may get brown eyes, but he is certainly of European extraction. What a mindfuck that must be for everybody. They get to promote white supremacy, unabashed, and take your money in the process. People keep saying folks are waking up, but this time of year makes me wonder if folks are just turning over and hitting the snooze button. And as I have shown in my video entitled Chandler's Alert, do you celebrate Christmas? We see the entities they channel seem to be of European ethnicity with a smattering of an Indian guru here and there. We also see depictions of ETs with blonde hair and blue eyes. This clearly shows that even the ascended masters and other worldlies must look white European in order to cut the mustard. For an ethnic group that is in the minority compared to others around the globe, they have certainly cornered the market on holiness, mastery, wisdom, piety, etc., etc. Ergo, the perpetuation of white European savior of the world, even in the New Age movement. And mind you, it is only here recently that any color got in the mix. And you can simply forget about any ETs being depicted as African, Chinese, or East Indian. The ratio of those who appear of European ethnicity compared to any other ethnic group is a true sign of the subliminal message of white supremacy. So, what do I suggest? I suggest the truth, the real story. I suggest no trees in houses, no more tree farms for the purpose of chopping them down for folks to drag them into their houses. No more high electric bills from burning lights all day and night. No more competitions about whose house is burning the most Christmas lights in the most beautiful way. No more suicides because of feeling unloved during these times. No gifts given to folks when it ain't their birthday. No jacking up commercialism and credit card debt. No more propaganda through movies, TV, radio, advertisements, and so forth. This seducing people into buying and consuming and buying and consuming more. No false promises. No so-called Christmas parties where people only go to see what someone else is going to give them. No more pretending that Jesus was born on December 25th. No more trashing the vibration of the winter solstice with greed and avarice. No more soup kitchens once a year to feed the homeless. Feed them all year. No more Santa Claus lies while chastising our children for lying. No more thousands upon thousands, if not millions of turkeys, chickens, sheep, pigs, and cows being slaughtered. No more stuffing the gut with GMO-laden food dishes. No more lies. No more betrayals. These are just some of the things I suggest. If you really want to let the banksters know the real deal, the banksters who rule this world, who take us into war just to fill their pockets, who fill our skies with chemtrails, who feed us genetically engineered food, who farm our animals and fish so that we can eat hormone-laden fish and other meat products, who teach our children debilitating historical facts, who deny us health care, those banksters. If you want to teach them a lesson, don't buy anything until January 30th, unless it's necessary for your sustenance. And finally, this is what I want to ask. What would Jesus say if he came back and saw how much BS is going on in his name? Of course, I confer that if he really does exist, then he sees it already. And judging with what they say about him, I am sure he is and would be appalled. And then they took his original image, if there ever really was one, and made him look like a European. Come on, why did they do that? The original Jews did not look like that. But I digress. Unless this Jesus is a megalomaniac, I would suggest he is shaking his head pretty hard at this foolishness. And what is the definition of a megalomaniac? 1, a psychopathological condition characterized by delusional fantasies of wealth, power, or omnipotence. 2, an obsession with grandiose or extravagant things or actions. Now, does that sound like your Jesus from the Bible? Or does it sound like some creation that has nothing to do with him or his birthday at all? And this concludes my 4th section of my nanabaakan's Christmas rant. I thank you all for tuning in, and I hope that what you heard me say today made some sense to you, and I hope that you will rethink how you will be approaching the next Christmas season. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Peace and blessings to you, your family, and loved ones.